Welcome to Becoming Saiyans.
A Dragon Ball rewatch podcast.
And we're back. I'm Truman.
And I'm Jesse.
And this is Becoming Saiyans, a Dragon Ball rewatch podcast. On today's episode, we watched episodes 114 and 115, titled Conquest and Power and Awaken Darkness. Conquest and Power came out in Japan on June 1st, 1988, and in America, September 22nd, 2003. Whereas the Awaken Darkness came out in Japan June 8th, 1988, and in America September 23rd, 2003. Some differences from the manga. Jesse, do you want to guess what the first one is?
It's the fingers thing again.
Yes, it is. The guard who tries to fire a bazooka at Piccolo, only to be told not to, filler. Suno being at ground zero is filler. In the manga, she only appeared briefly with her family during Piccolo's announcements. Yamcha and the others grieving over Roshi and Chatsu's deaths and trying to convince Tien to come back. All of that is presented differently in the manga. Because in the manga, the group are never shown leaving Kame House until Yamcha, Bulma, and Launch all head back to back up Tien, and they also don't find out about the other stuff until Tien contacts them on the plane.
Yes.
In relation to the above, the scene of the group returning to the island and mistaking Oolong reading a dirty magazine for Master Roshi is filler. Appa and Bora contemplating whether or not Goku will be strong enough to ever defeat Piccolo even if he gets a power-up is filler. Yajirobe and Goku's arrival to the top of the Korin Tower is slightly extended, where Yajirobe's visualizing all the food, only to slip and almost fall off, Yajirobe looking through a jar to see Piccolo making demands is filler. Also, Goku's line in the manga about being surprised at Korin's foresight is given to Yajirobe here. The scene of Tien training while remembering the deaths of Roshi and Chatsu is filler, as is the Goku flashbacks to Roshi during their first meeting and everything. In the manga and the Japanese version, Korin makes reference to Piccolo's strength being not of this world. As revealed later, he is proved correct. There aren't green alien monsters walking around this planet that we never have seen before.
Yeah.
In case you didn't realize, he's probably an alien. Especially because he looks exactly like Marvin the Martian,
Yep.
but anime style and muscle.
Yeah, taller and bigger and stronger and faster.
Yeah. In the flashback, in the Funimation dub, the mermaid's one line is provided by Laura Bailey instead of Lori Steele. That's just a piece of trivia there. They had her re-record it. Differences from the manga, Jesse.
I'm going to go on the limb and say fingers.
Yeah. Korin already has the Ultra Divine Water for Goku in the manga. The entire subplot of Goku going to find it in the Ice Labyrinth is exclusive to the anime. It is shown in this episode that King Piccolo wants food. This is trivia. But is revealed later in the next series that they don't need to eat. It's assumed that he eats for pleasure, not for survival. And that is all the trivia and the differences. So Jesse, previously on Dragon Ball, Piccolo pretty much completes his conquest of the first city, capturing Dog President King and, telling him, hey, you better tell everybody that they need to bow down or you're going to watch more people die. He says, I'll never work with you. And he says, okay, and blows up part of the city. And he's like, okay, I'll work with you. Meanwhile, Goku and Yajirobe finally reach the top of the tower, only to find out that Korin can't teach Goku anything, but he can go get the Ultra Divine Mystic Water that is through a bucket or a pot in his area that leads him to an ice world where Goku and Yajirobe have to fight some ice monsters, and somehow they accidentally awaken a guy named Darkness, and seems like he's a pretty bad guy. Back on the other planet, or on the other stuff, we have Tien practicing and getting angry and feeling his trauma up about the whole thing going on with Chatsu and Roshi being dead, and as he tries to practice the containment wave. And Yamcha and the gang are sad, and then they decide we gotta try to do something, and that's what you missed on Dragon Ball. Jesse, go for it.
These are better than last week.
Yeah,
A little better than last week.
Yeah.
They're not. I mean, they're not.
These they go from a 4 to a 5.
Yeah, 5.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's an improvement in the fact of like I feel it was less obvious what was filler than not outside like the flashback.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Finding
wouldn't
out that the whole ice place is filler was like, what?
It's anime exclusive. Like that's like okay.
gonna be like the next 4 episodes. What are we talking about?
You must have really caught up to the manga here, guys. Like you must have had to let the manga keep going.
Let's throw something else out there, please. Go! Ice Village, Scooby Doo monster. Because I'm gonna tell you what, that was one thing I noticed hard.
It looked like a Scooby Doo monster.
Yeah.
It did look like a Scooby Doo monster.
Yeah, the snow monster looked like a Scooby Doo monster. It looked like Hanna-Barbera. What was going on there? It's like they fell through a portal into Scooby Doo land.
In the Scooby Doo land, but magic actually exists.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
But one thing that I liked was him on the first episode, just jumping into notes just immediately. Because, I mean, these episodes, it's like, yeah, it's alright, you know.
It's alright.
Yeah. King Furry going, drop him this instant. And King Piccolo being like, alright.
Doing the very obvious thing when an evil guy is holding a dude over like the side of a cliff or whatever, and someone tells them to drop him, you know, dropping them off said cliff. Here, dropping them off of the vehicle that's flying midair.
Yeah, and then he looks to King Furry and he's like, "Now go and give a concession speech and tell everybody to get in line or else." And King Furry's like, "I won't do that. You can't make me.
I'd rather die than call you king." Then you must die.
No, and then Piccolo's like, "No, I'll keep you around." But those people down there, boom, a whole like crater in the ground,
blows up like a quarter of the city. And
then Piccolo becomes Captain America because he goes, "I could do this all day. You want to try me?" And so King Furry's like, "Sorry." One note that I wrote that was from the morning scene. Which I guess we can, you know, I guess we should finish the Piccolo stuff before we get into anything else. What do you think, Jesse? Because there's not a whole lot left for Piccolo.
There's not a whole lot left in Piccolo. We see that Suno survives the big blast that he blows up everything with. Yeah.
And she's taking care of an older lady. It seems like the grandma of the girl that she's with there. And they... You know, Suno's like, we'll keep you alive. I know that, like, we have somebody who can, like, save the day. And she goes, oh, you do have hope. But then Suno, in a moment of weakness, picks up a gun ready to shoot Piccolo, which we all know won't work. And she kind of seems like she realizes, too, that she's just not that... You're just not that guy. You're just not that guy, Suno.
You're not that guy, pal.
And so she lays down the gun, and right at that moment, Piccolo turns around and shoots a blast, and you're led to believe that Suno died, but he blew up a soldier behind them. And that's kind of it for the Piccolo thing. He's just walking around victory lapping through the city. Like, anybody want to try anything? I'll kill you too. These hands are ready to eat for everyone. And that's kind of the Piccolo plot.
Yeah.
The Goku and Yajirobe or the Tien, Jesse? Which one do you want to jump to?
Tien's probably the next easiest to get rid of.
Yeah. Well, I guess Tien count in the gang. I'm going to count like the Bulma and stuff
gang.
With all in there.
It's really just
because Tien's on his own too, and we get 2 scenes, one in each episode.
Tien goes hard edgelord here.
Yeah.
He's like, I am responsible. Because again, they don't know Goku's confirmed not dead yet.
Yeah, he thinks he's the only person in the world who has a chance of stopping him. He looked at Yamcha's like, I can help you. And he's like, no, you can't.
To be real honest with you, Yamcha, you're going to get more in my way than Chiatsu, because at least Chiatsu had telepathy.
Yeah, at least we could, like, talk. Right.
He talk, he had telekinetic stuff. Like,
yeah.
he had the mind movement things.
Yeah.
So, you're just the dude who punches way worse than me.
Yeah. And so, yeah, like, Tien is off on his own. We get 1 scene in the first episode and 1 scene in the second episode. The first episode, he is sad and trying to keep his anger at bay as he, like, remembers Roshi and Chiatsu dying, and he's, you know, very upset about it. Obviously so, understandably so. Like, nobody's going to think any different of Tien for being in a mourning phase right now.
Yeah.
Because he lost the people. And
in the span of what, about, like... 2 or 3 weeks, I think, of what we're guessing here.
Yeah.
Tien has not only lost the the crane.
Yeah, he lost his original master.
He then gained a new master, and now he is partially responsible for not just he in his mind partially responsible for not just the new master Roshi's death, but he's definitely responsible in his mind for Chiatsu being dead.
And I don't see
It's
how
like
you
his
can,
like lifelong friend. It seems.
and
like.
I don't see how you can argue that he's not.
Yeah,
I'm not-
that one you can't argue. The Roshi in his mind, he's like, I should have fought harder. I should have fought against Roshi harder. And put
Yeah,
my
I
foot
should have.
down.
I should have seen the spray coming.
But the
whatever.
Chiatsu one, there is no argument. He is 100% why Chiatsu is dead.
Yes.
And I don't like to punch a guy when he's down, even if it is a fictional character. But boy, why'd you say anything?
Yeah, I'll also do you one more on stuff he's lost, because not only did he lose the Crane Hermit, he also lost his hero at one point.
Yeah.
He finds out that his hero is dead.
Oh yeah, in the last skill.
And Mercenary Tao, he lost. He lost. Even though Mercenary Tao died a few months ago, he lost like the hero.
He found out he was dead.
He also lost Crane Hermit. Then he lost Turtle Hermit, and because he became a turtle student, in quotations, he also lost Krillin and Goku. And now, like, even though we know Goku's not dead, in his mind Goku's dead, we know Krillin is dead, and then he loses Roshi and Chiatsu. You know, it's like, he's lost a lot at this point, and he feels completely alone, because the only other people who are close in power to him are Goku and Roshi, and one is dead.
That he knows.
One is dead, and one is presumed dead. Well, close in power as far as allies is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I would say, if Yajirobe can keep up with Goku, like,
Yeah.
obviously he's not beating him, but if he
Yeah.
can keep up with Goku, he can keep up somewhat with Tien.
Yeah, but Yajirobe also isn't a friend.
Yajirobe
This
also
is not a
doesn't care.
friend.
But what I'm saying is, like, it's like to his mind.
Yeah. But so he is fully alone, and I mean, I can understandably so. He is angry about.
He's angry at himself. He is angry at the circumstances. He is very obviously depressed. I don't think that's a question. Like,
and he's trying to focus his mind so he can do the final job that in his mind that he needs to do.
It's like he's like, I have to make a sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice to make up for my mistakes. It is the only way to win. I have to sacrifice myself.
And then the second one, we see that he has not quite mastered the wave, but he is working on it.
He's doing it.
And that's the second scene. That's Tien.
Yeah, it's all Tien is literally just, I am like very understandably depressed, sad, fighting with my demons.
I'm dealing with major trauma, and I'm not dealing with it in the most healthy way, but also I'm dealing with it in the only way that I feel like I can in this moment.
Self-isolation. Everyone loves it. And then, of course,
we got the Bulma and the gang, like D plot in the show. Like, you know, it's so Bulma had brought some extra capsules just in case to keep them on, keep the bodies on.
They have like the body burial. They have the same capsule burial body preservation stuff they have Krillin in.
Yeah,
she was really hoping not to have to use them, but good to bring in case.
Yeah, and
it's
they
depressing, but good to bring in case.
Yeah, and they did end up needing them. One moment that really hurt in this episode was Turtle.
It was Turtle.
Turtle might be the MVP of the episodes. Like the voice actor for Turtle is pulling out all the stops for these. You know,
yeah. Very Turtle. Like, it's like, oh man, Turtle.
And
like,
Turtle is like, Roshi is Turtle's only friend. Like he obviously has these other friends now, but like he doesn't care about them. He only cares about Roshi, and Roshi's gone now. And Roshi's the only person who's lived as long as Turtle.
It almost feels implied that like Roshi, like, found Turtle and raised him as a son. Like it feels like that's what the connection feels like with them.
Yeah, Turtle is Roshi's Shikacho.
Yeah.
But he is devastated, and the voice actor is pulling out the works for these. Like, if I have to point at one bright spot, it is the voice acting and that scene from Turtle. Like, everyone else is doing the good job that they always do, but like Turtle can kind of wear on you a bit. But in this in this scene, it's amazing. It's really good.
He might have been the first scene focusing on Turtle in a really long time. Yeah. But that 5 seconds when he was mourning Roshi.
Since his son died.
Yeah, since his son. Like, with that 5 seconds mourning Roshi's like, man, this dude's overqualified for this job with the amount of lines he delivers.
Yeah.
But, like, that's a really sad moment. And, they get him on the plane. And
Yeah.
Yamcha starts. Yamcha going to the
He tries to go to the
seven
radio.
stages of grief for 5
Yeah.
stages. He's in the bargaining one where he's like, Tien, please let me go with you. He immediately goes into bargaining.
And Tien
With
says,
Tien.
I can't handle this, and turns off the...
Yeah, Tien just hangs up.
Yeah. He's like, Tien, where are you? Tien, you can't hang up on me. He hung up on me.
Oh my god, he hung up on me.
And then one moment, again, jumping, I think it maybe in the second episode, but it's where they're all reminiscing, like, I wish that he would, like, that he would be out there sitting on his favorite, or that he'd be out there sitting on his favorite chair, and then it's Oolong. And then,
I just hope, Turtle's like, man, I just keep thinking he's going to open that door and he's going to walk through. And then nice launch opens the door and says dinner's ready.
And she forgot that Roshi's
gone.
dead,
so she made a plate and enough food for all of them, including Roshi. It's in a like weird, like kind of like an out of left field way. Like these episodes, especially like the Tien and Bulma and all them stuff, Bulma and Yamcha, great example of like immediate mourning,
especially like when you lose somebody close to you.
Like
even like Oolong, like he might be the butt of the jokes in the episodes. Like he's the one who makes the joke about how like apparently the mortal dragon or the eternal dragon isn't eternal because he can die.
Yeah.
But like I will point to when Dakota passed away. Like one of our mutual friends named Michael. He also was the one to try to make a joke. Like, because he's cut, like, so that it was like laugh so I don't cry type of thing. And it's almost like that's Oolong's point in these episodes too, like dealing with this grief.
That's his grief. Like you're seeing different types of grief, multiple different stages of grief. I mean, you're seeing those like I don't want to call it toxic, but you're seeing that isolation grief at the end. Yeah. You're seeing
the unhealthy way of dealing with grief.
Yeah, you're seeing the laugh so I don't cry. Which can be healthy if done respectfully and right to your own self and everyone around you.
You see the anger / bargaining,
like
you
see like
even like traces of denial from like Launch, which I know Launch is a whole another stack of worms because like Launch is two different multiple personality disorder, all that kind of stuff. Like she, which Launch remembers that Roshi's dead. Like she seems like it almost seems like blonde Launch was in her head saying he's dead. Why'd you make more food? And she's like, oh, I didn't. Oh,
Yeah. It's like it's one of those things.
That's
you're seeing,
not
denial,
but it's also another thing. But it's like it shows that kind of a bit through that.
I mean that one, if you want to look at, because now we're just talking about loss and dealing with loss. Which is a great game if you've never played it. Expedition 33, really good game about dealing with loss.
Yeah.
I saw that you were playing it recently, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's back. It was back on Game Pass. It had been gone for a bit, so I re-downloaded.
Great. It's a great game. If you've never played it, it's maybe. I like got all the trophies, achievements, whatever you want to call them, in like 30 to 35 hours of gameplay time. So it's a pretty relatively short game, but it's really good. But you're just like, Launch is kind of showing that the small pieces of mourning that you don't think about, where it is your routines change because someone is missing. She's so dead set, and I have to set this many plates, and then it's like, oh wait, I don't have to set that extra plate because he's not here. Like she's kind of that side of mourning, where it's like the subtle things in your day that you don't think about changing when someone's gone. That like now that they are, it dawns on you like, oh, I didn't even think. Like that was just second nature. I didn't even think about that having to be a thing or existing or whatnot.
Yeah.
But like it like these are somber in that way, and it's a great way to do it, and they do it in a way where it doesn't totally slow down the episodes.
Yeah, but there are moments where it's a little long for my liking, but it's not egregious. There are some egregious things in this episode, but the grieving thing with the gang is not one of them.
Yeah, and also you even get to see when Korin tells Goku about it, like his grieving, he was the anger grieving. He's like, I have to
I'm
must
leaving
do
right
this.
now to go fight him
Like
again.
basically I'm gonna get myself killed because I'm so mad.
Yeah.
Like he didn't just stop at Krillin. He just killed my master. Like
Yeah.
Like it's probably the same situation that might have happened to him when Grandpa died.
Yeah.
You know, when Gohan was dead. Like you just killed the second coming of my Gohan, my grandpa.
Yeah.
Now you must die.
Yeah.
Like you get all these different stages from everybody realizing what's happening and dealing with it in their own way. That does kind of give you an idea of just the type of character they are. Is exactly how they react. Like it is perfectly in character for Nice Launch to be the routine one that the routine has to change. And Yamcha, he's always trying to prove himself and negotiate. He negotiates to try to prove himself. Tien, coming from where he was with Crane, Crane.
Yeah, he's isolating.
He's self-isolating, beating himself up, depression mode.
Yeah.
Bulma and everybody else is like, okay, I can't believe he's gone. I just keep expecting this to
denial
happen.
to a certain extent.
Yeah, and
but
then
also
you see
acceptance to a certain extent.
Denial and acceptance stages, and then obviously you see Goku with just straight revenge, anger.
And since we're on this and we're thinking about it, as you've been talking, I've been thinking also about how Yajirobe kind of even shows the fact that people that are of the utmost importance to people mean nothing to somebody else.
Yeah.
And so Yajirobe really doesn't give a rat's butt in a snowstorm about what's going on with Roshi, Yeah.
Yajirobe
Korin tells Goku that Roshi's dead, and Yajirobe's like, where's the food?
Immediately, I'm hungry.
Yeah. And as messed up as that is, and he should be more understanding. We also know Yajirobe's not. He's not. He's an immature man-child. And that is, frustrating that that's how he is. But at the same time, it's that's just life,
It's like
when Dakota passed away, people at work were sad for me, and then life moved on, it doesn't mean that my life stopped for a few days, but for everyone else it was just a Saturday, Sunday, a Monday, a Tuesday,
And that happens all around.
That happens anytime anybody dies for any reason. It can be super uber important to somebody and mean nothing to another person. You can go look up an obituary basically every day from somewhere, and you'll see a list of people that this person meant the world to, and you don't even know who they are.
And you read it and you move on.
Yeah.
Or you don't. You just skim over it. You read.
You see that there was something, and you look and you're like, "Well, I didn't know him," and you keep scrolling.
Yeah, it's it, and that's just it's kind of just part of being human.
Death is a part of life,
Death is a part of life, and it's sometimes you don't think about it till it affects you. It's a lot. It's the same thing with a lot of things in life, and I think kind of where you're kind of getting into real world problems out there is there is things in this world that it would be nice if people could think about other people a little bit more. Obviously not always, not all the time, but be more aware that other people are going through things that you might never have gone through yet, but you're probably going to go through at some point, and you're going to be agitated or sad or triggered in a way of whatever reaction because people aren't caring enough for it. But so just always have that in mind that you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what happened in the last when you go get a coffee, you don't know what happened to the barista yesterday. Maybe they broke up with their 5-year-long boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah. And I think we've been a little bit down for this episode. So we're gonna try to hard pivot to the Goku stuff because this is where the more fun stuff
gets sillier and the more fillery stuff happens.
One thing I'm going to mention before that is I love the maniacal bad guy talking about Piccolo. He is just relishing in being able to destroy people,
It's like, oh man, I miss being able to just blow up entire city blocks without even thinking about it.
Yeah. And then comes my worst part, and I'm going to go ahead and say it now, is that when Korin tells Goku, because now we're in the Goku part, that Master Roshi's dead. we get a 3-minute long flashback, and I wish I were like being hyperbolic. It's like 2 minutes and 48 seconds.
Yeah, he timed it from the moment it started. He timed it.
And I wrote down good old flashback to have had the time. And then after the flashback, there was 2 minutes and 42 seconds before the closing
of the episode.
So they literally doubled the time that they had left in the episode by adding this unnecessarily long flashback. I can understand you get about 30 seconds. I'll give you 30 seconds to flash through stuff that's going through his brain.
A minute might be pressing.
A minute at absolute most.
Yeah.
But almost 3 minutes long of an episode of stuff that we've seen before, and some of it we've seen rather recently when Goku or when Roshi thought Goku was dead. He almost had the exact same flashback but just from a different perspective. But we saw almost all of it. You know, there's maybe one new scene, and it was the Roshi shooting the Kamehameha the first time.
Yeah,
it's like, what are we doing here?
And again, it's part of the grieving process for Goku.
Yeah,
but you know what?
We're the Yajirobe in this section. We understand Roshi's dead. He means a lot to us too. But you're just wasted 3 minutes of our life.
Yeah. It happens. What are you gonna do? It's one of those I can give them the excuse because it's we are watching these episodes faster than most people, especially when it was releasing. Most people were watching it,
or even day to day. We're not watching one episode and coming back the next day to watch the next. But it's still, while the way we're doing this, it just makes this a little bit harder to watch.
Yeah.
And so, but at the end, after the flashback, and at the end of the first episode, Korin says, there's this ultra divine water you can go. My regular water was nothing, but this ultra divine water is actually something. And you just go through that pot and you'll be good to go. And Yajirobe doesn't know that because Yajirobe's like, screw that.
Yajirobe walked off to try to find some food, and he happened to fall into the pot.
And he opens up the pot and he's like, ooh, that feels like ice cream. And then falls through, and he's now there. And then Goku willingly jumps in, but before, Korin's like, watch out for the darkness. And he's like, I'm not scared of the dark. And he's like, you will be. And so they fall down there. And then the second episode was kind of just a whatever for me. We already talked about the other stuff, but Goku's thing is Goku and Yajirobe squabble for a bit. They run into an ice monster. They beat the ice monster.
They run into a Hanna-Barbera ice monster.
Yeah, Hanna-Barbera ice monster. They beat the Hanna-Barbera ice monster, and then they fall off the cliff.
And they go Yaji sledding for a while.
Yeah, for excessively long as well.
Long
for
time.
Way too long. It was almost as bad as when Goku's fighting the pirate robot, and it just shows the same scene 4 times in a minute.
Yeah.
They just replay it over and over again. They're like, we only need to draw this one time, but that doesn't mean we can't use it 8 times.
Well, actually, they switched it up this time because at one point there's icicles, I think, crashing from the ceiling or whatever.
Yeah.
Or the icicles are hitting Goku or something or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the icicles are hitting Yajirobe or something.
Yeah.
And they crash through a couple different ice walls and keep going, and then they end up in a big dark abyss.
Yeah, and then Darkness is like, I will get these 2.
I'm going to kill you. You woke me up and you're humans. I hate humans.
Yeah. And that's where I was like, what?
And then that's where we get, and then a lot of the rest of the
that's when we
the
get
episodes
the other stuff.
Suna picked up a gun. Suna realizing a gun's a dumb idea.
We've already seen that guns don't work on this guy. What am I doing?
And then the fake out that Suna's gonna be dead. Never mind. And then you end up with the cliffhanger of the episode, which is Darkness summons a copy of Roshi to go hunt them down, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess that's the prediction at this point for the episode.
Or where he brought Roshi back from the dead.
He said, let's introduce him to a visitor. So maybe he's just maybe he's doing kind of what Baba did with Gohan, brought him back to fight or something.
Yeah. But he seems kind of under a spell. If it is Roshi, he's under a spell. If it's not Roshi, this is really messed up to do, man.
Well, yeah, you might not know. You never know.
Yeah. So, Jesse, you got any more notes over there that we need to touch on before we jump into the ending parts of this?
That's about it.
Okay. So, Jesse, your predictions were Goku and Yajirobe start gaining a new power through the Korin training. Piccolo starts a massive conquest throughout the other kingdoms. Neither one of those happens. And Tien awakens his evil darkness. Also, didn't happen. Yeah. So Jesse, you want to hear the next 2 episode names?
Sure.
A Taste of Destiny, and The Ultimate Sacrifice.
I think A Taste of Destiny is... I think in that episode is you're going to have Roshi, like copy Roshi, dark Roshi, bad Roshi, whatever we want to type over there.
I'm putting Roshi copy /bad.
Yeah. And Goku and Yajirobe are going to have to fight, to prove yourself and beat darkness or whatever.
Okay. Got it. And then what about what about Taste of Destiny? What do you like? That doesn't really touch on that. What do you think?
Yeah.
Got anything from that you
like after they win the fight? Goku drinks the water or something.
Okay.
I guess he's tasting his destiny.
Okay. And then Ultimate Sacrifice.
Tien has mastered the evil containment wave when he makes a sacrifice.
Masters the wave.
He makes a sacrifice to try to beat Piccolo.
Okay.
But you don't get to see the end of him trying to beat Piccolo because of the pacing of these episodes. It's going to happen in the episode afterwards.
But the episode,
but he starts to cast it and it starts to work or whatever.
Okay, I like it. So Jesse, with that out of the way, what do you think? What was your worst part?
Wait a second.
I'm gonna go ahead and say mine then.
Yeah.
The length of the flashback.
The length of the flashback.
Like the flashback itself is fine. The fact it went on for almost 3 minutes, that's an eighth of the episode right there. That when you cut it down to just that, it was basically 1/8 of the episode. And that's my worst part. What was yours, Jesse?
I mean, I don't know. Like I'm just trying to think. The flashback's probably the most egregious part of the entire episode, but I don't really want to pick the same thing,
Yeah.
I would probably say the other worst part is just like Yajirobe eating a bunch of senzu beans and similarly having no effect on him besides making him fat.
I forgot to say that when we were talking the goofs and gaffs, Yajirobe eats like a tub of senzu beans and he looked like me after the berry bash. He looked like how I felt.
Yeah, for reference, Chairman went to a friend's party of the berry bash, kind of like a memorial berry bash.
It was kind of just a memorial party for Dakota. Like it was with all of our friends and his family and stuff.
Yeah, and
I probably ate approximately 3 pounds of meat, and I'm pretty sure it destroyed my gallbladder, and I'm still having issues with it. Not the funny part, but it is like I felt like Yajirobe looked after I got done eating there.
Yeah. But then he just gets back up and is hungry again, and that's how we get him into the ice maze area and all that stuff. I feel like eating, fistfuls of something that's supposed to keep you full for 10 days might affect you a little bit longer than that.
Yeah,
But I guess it's also just showing off how much of a glutton Yaji is.
And I mean, even I'm pretty sure Goku ate more than one the first time. I'm pretty sure he ate 2 or 3 handfuls as well. The first time he ate the senzu beans. And it was kind of a similar thing where he's like, whoa, I'm big. And then he, 30 minutes later, was like, can I have more? Because, again, it's that's the kind of characters we're dealing with. They can't,
I don't
they're
know,
bottomless pits. But
it's the only other, weird negative
I was going to say, you brought up the ice thing, too.
Yeah, I mean, the ice thing's annoying, but,
okay.
I can live with that. Because I guess, it is more satisfying to send them on a quest to get it than for Korrin to just give it to him, immediately.
It definitely trims a lot of fat out if he just gave it to him.
But it's not as in spirit, especially with how the show has been so far.
Yeah.
That Goku just gets what he wants immediately. You have to make him work for it. You're teaching kids lessons with these shows. Make them work for it a little bit.
Yeah, my best part is the turtle voice actor.
Turtle voice actor.
I don't know his name, but whoever, I'm already on it, Jesse.
Yeah,
I'm already on it. I'm on the Dragon Ball wiki. I just got to figure out how to work this stupid website. Christopher Sabat is the guy. Just cut behind the curtain. We did just pause for like a solid 2 minutes while we were both searching different places trying to figure out who
I
played
went to
him.
the Dragon Ball Wiki and just scroll to the very bottom of Turtle's page. I assume you did the
Yeah,
same thing.
I clicked on the tab that says voice actors and jumped all the way down there because I can. That's how it works on the website. But yeah,
I did get spoiled that he's in a live action movie, and I thought he looked really stupid in the picture from the live action movie because I was scrolling really fast.
we're gonna have to watch that. I hope you know, like after we finish like the regular show, because the Dragon Ball.
Well, I don't think he's. Is he in the one? I don't think that.
The live action Dragon Ball show or movie
Yeah.
is like based off the original Dragon Ball. So we're gonna have to watch that movie once we get done with all this. But yeah, my best part is Christopher Sabat's voice acting.
Yeah.
I mean, just in general, we can give this guy as many flowers as there are in the world. He's amazing. He plays basically everybody, and he's good at all of it. And this one, especially Turtle being so drastically different than Piccolo.
Especially
Yeah. It's like, man, this is great.
It's so different that we didn't even realize it was him.
Yeah, and I enjoy his voice acting, and so I'm going to say that's my best part. Jesse, what is your best part?
I think it's hard to go with anything other than that.
Okay.
Like I think I'm trying to think of other best. I guess if we're going to give it to anything else, like how they go about showing everyone mourning the loss of Roshi, Chiatsu, even Krillin to some extent, but everyone kind of got straight to the point with Krillin because no one stopped Goku from running away and his anger reaction.
Yeah.
So he didn't have as much time to deal with it. But, I mean, just the way they characterized everyone so perfectly.
I think us talking about it maybe bumped it up my list too. It's not going to beat Turtle, but it does bump it up quite a bit for me.
Because, I mean, Turtle is... that Turtle voice acting is in the middle of that.
It's part of that,
and it's part of what makes it as good as it is.
Yeah.
But just as a whole, I think I just choose all the different characterizations for everyone's mourn. Yeah.
Do you got anything else you wanted to talk about before we finish this here?
I don't believe so. Let me pull it up. Because I realized after I Googled Turtle's voice actor, I turned everything off.
But, I mean, if not,
man.
we can go with thank you guys for listening. This has been Becoming Saiyan's Dragon Ball Rewatch podcast. Would love if you would download, subscribe, rate, review, leave us a 5-star rating if you feel like we earned it. Also, would love if you would reach out on becomingsaiyans@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Becoming Saiyans Pod. And until next week, I've been Truman.
And I've been Jesse.
And the journey continues.
Bye.